what is going on YouTube. This is going to be a little bit of an unusual video, I suppose, because I'm not actually pulling anything out of a box this time around. I'm sitting on a hammock and reviewing this new streaming platform, Disney Plus. I gotta say, I was pretty excited for this to come out, and I know a lot of people are like, "Oh my gosh, the mouse is taking over everything." Yeah, they probably are, but hey, can't beat them, join them. Biggest reason why I signed up was, of course, I'm sure a lot of people, the Marvel movies, most of them at least, not all of them, but I'll get into that in a minute. But most of them are going to be here. I was particularly excited that they had all three Captain America movies because, yeah, nobody else had all three of them that I know of. They also have a lot of the older Marvel cartoons. Spider Woman. That actually seems a bit interesting. A few movies, just to let you know, are actually missing from this lineup. For instance, Ant Man and the Wasp is missing. The original Ant Man is here, but the other one, I'm assuming, is probably still under contract with Netflix. That would be my guess. Thor, I believe Thor Ragnarok was not here. Let me do a quick search on Thor Ragnarok. Okay, so yeah, coming soon to Disney Plus due to existing agreements. This title will be available on December 5th, 2019. Oh, that's great. Okay, so that's pretty soon that this movie will be available. That's nice. Okay, so Ant-Man and the Wasp is missing entirely, and there's actually no word when that'll be here. But beyond that, they do have, I mean, the big majority of the Marvel superhero movies are here, which is amazing to have them all on one platform. The quality is actually pretty good, even on the app, which a lot of, or not a lot of, but some streaming platforms I noticed, especially recently, they have started to really downgrade the quality when you're on a mobile app because they look at it and say, well, you're on a mobile device. You don't need to see this in full 1080, or you don't need to see the. Okay, I better close that down before they accuse me of copyright infringement, but just wanted to give you some idea of the quality there. It's quite good. And the nice thing for those of you who use Chromebook is you can use the Android. You can use the Android app. It works great on a Chromebook. I have two different Chromebooks. I have an HP and I have the Google Pixelbook. The app works splendidly on both of them. It does, however, eat up for whatever reason, a crap ton of battery life. On both of my machines, it was doing this. So it's not something specific to my Chromebooks. And so just something to be aware of, but it is really nice because you can actually download. So for instance, well, it's actually not letting me download The Mandalorian apparently, but a lot of these shows on here allows you to download. You can see the little download button here. Oh, I don't want to actually download that. There we go. But you can download these for offline play, which is great. And since the mobile app will run on Chromebook, that means you can download these to your Chrome OS device. And it's also nice because, in case the website is actually giving you issues like it did me the other day, I went to go watch a show. I think I was trying to watch Avatar or something. Anyway, something. I was trying to watch a show, wasn't able to pull it up, kept getting an error code on the Chrome browser on my Chromebook. So I went ahead and just downloaded the app, and it played just fine. Again, despite the fact that it did definitely eat up a ton of battery life. The battery life usage for those of you maybe who do gaming on Chromebooks, that was about the level of the battery life. It was using battery. If you were to say download a newer HD game like Raid, Shadow Legends, that kind of thing, and then go to play that game on a Chromebook, which does like the game Raid runs very well, and many other games run very well on Chromebooks, but the battery life just it tanks your battery life pretty good. So that was about what the battery life was like trying to play videos on Disney Plus. I'm unsure as to the reason. Now it is streaming HD video, but I stream HD video from YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, all those, and it does not use battery at that high of a rate. So I'm not sure the reason for that. It also seems to use a pretty good amount of battery on my phone as well. Again, using the Android app. And but I gotta say, it's a pretty solid platform so far, despite a few little quirks. I mean, this platform's only about a week old, so I mean, quirks and flaws are to be expected. But I gotta say, I'm really liking the idea of both having newer Pixar animated movies as well as the Marvel, of course, and having that on one platform is just, I mean, something special, I think. And of course Nat Geo, which actually I guess I'm living under a rock here, but I did not know Disney owned Nat Geo. Apparently they do, which is actually quite exciting because I'm a history and science nerd, and Nat Geo is like my Disney World. So there's a lot of good stuff here. As far as you know, content, it's hard to say uh, ongoing if there's really going to be enough content to keep both myself and other subscribers out there busy in the long term. That's I think the $1 million question, or probably more like $1 billion question with Disney is, you know, yes, they have a lot of content obviously because they're Disney. They have hundreds and hundreds of movies and TV shows, but let's face it, a lot of those kind of suck. You know, a lot of the older 90s, early 2000s Disney movies aren't really, you know, probably weren't watching the first time back then, and probably not worth rewatching now. So I don't know if those count for much. I mean, unless you're just, you know, a diehard Disney fan or something, most of those are probably not going to be very appealing to you. Obviously, all of the, you know, various Disney Channel shows and movies, or in this case, High School Musical. I guess a remake of a Disney Channel show. I don't know what they're doing with that. I have no idea, nor do I care. But, you know, there's only so much you can get out of all of that. That actually, Disney Channel, incidentally, does seem to actually form quite a lot of their you know backbone of their content, and which I'm not sure how well that bodes in the long term. Again, because I mean, there's only so many people that are going to go back and want to watch some of these movies and shows. That does not seem interesting at all. But I guess it's good if you have kids. That might be useful to have shows like this around. One other great thing about Disney for kids, though, when it comes to kids, is, you know, you're generally not. I mean, you're not gonna find much on here that's not kid friendly. Unless you have like 2-year-old children, I guess. But beyond that, Disney Plus has said that despite the acquisition of Fox, they will not put any of the rated R movies from Fox on the platform. So that's kind of nice to know. If you have children who are kind of roaming around on here looking for something to watch, they're, you know, there's not really much of anything on there that's going to be an issue. So that's my thoughts right now on Disney. Is the mouse going for full monopoly of the entertainment industry? They already have, frankly. But hey, you know, if you can't beat him, join him. Because honestly, having all of this amount of content, you know, despite my concerns about long term, if this is going to be, you know, once you've watched all of this, is it still going to be entertaining? Is the platform still going to continue to produce enough homegrown shows? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But for the time being, it is pretty sweet to have this amount of content all in one place. Well, that's it. That's all I got to say for now, and I will catch you all in the next video.